In Bingo Hell, a group of badass elders, led by the fearless Lupita, refuse to be gentrified in their barrio in Oak Springs. Lupita is trying her hardest to keep the community together, but the nefarious Mr. Big threatens this as he turns their bingo hall into a bingo hell. The film is now available to stream on Amazon Prime Video as part of this year's Welcome to Blumhouse lineup. This interview is part of my continued coverage of the film for my podcast, The Filmcraziest Show. I spoke with the film's director, Gigi Saul Guerrero, about her film, and here's that conversation in audio form. Hi, Gigi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm sure a lot of journalists have asked this to start, but what did it mean for you being brought on to direct one of the films for Welcome to Blumhouse?
It really means a lot, to be honest. I had worked with Blumhouse before for the Into the Dark series. That was my feature debut, Culture Shock. So you know what, my friend, I'm just glad they invited me back. That's crazy. So, it means a lot. And it's really cool that, the Welcome to the Blumhouse series partnered with Amazon, such an amazing worldwide platform. So for me to have my second feature with Amazon, it's incredible. Really dreams do come true. So you know what, if they're open to these crazy ideas, then I'm pretty happy.
Cool. That must be so validating that you did a good job on the first one, right? That they invited you back.
Well, when you put it like that, I must have. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, it feels great. It's very rewarding. And I think what's really neat is that, we're in such great time of high demand for content that we're just opening up to more ideas, new stories, diversity, breaking those borders of new voices. So it's really giving new filmmakers like myself a lot of opportunities in film.
Oh, that's great. I'd also love to ask about Mr. Big. I find introductions are so important. So I'd love if you could talk about how you directed that first time that we see Richard Brake as Mr. Big on screen.
Well, I have to admit, directing Richard Brake is already the coolest thing in the world. He's such an amazing, well-crafted actor. And we wanted to bring together a villain that people can also cheer for. When you look back at the horror movies from back in the day, you look at Freddy and Michael and all those great, great villains. I wanted to make a new one that we also too enjoy. And working with Richard, we really wanted Mr. Big to be charming and still humanized in a way. It almost feels like it's the car salesman down the street, really convincing you to spend your money. So we wanted somebody charming and relatable, somebody that you can easily fall into their trap. And Richard he's crazy. I love it.
Yeah, I got the Needful Things vibe from
yes,
right?
Very much, very much. And, creating the villain, Mr. Big, it wasn't about is he a demon? Is he the devil? Is he this? We wanted to just show somebody that really represents the darkest side of ourselves with greed. I think all of us can fall under that hellhole, I guess you could say. And Mr. Big really needed to stay human in a way. But Needful Things is very much the inspiration. I'm so excited you caught on to that.
I also got Leprechaun vibes with the green.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't know if I'm off base there.
Combo of Leprechaun meets Willy Wonka meets Needful Things. You get Mr. Big.
Awesome. Now, what was it like? I love the contrast with just him smiling so huge at the camera, and then Lupita just scowling at the camera. What was it like exploring that contrast in that scene?
It really was really cool to break the fourth wall. I don't think actors get to do that a lot, that they just look right at the camera. And it just makes it not just intimidating, but it's invasive in a way as well, And for me, that was really fun to try something new like that. But also, the whole smiling thing wasn't really a thing until Richard Brake came on set. And I was like, all right, this guy has the best smile in the universe. We need to use it. So it just really worked out to enhance that smile every time Mr. Big gets stronger. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. When did the green teeth come on board?
Well, I mean, you are talking to me. I that's like a thing since my short films. Gross teeth is awesome on screen, and it just needed to. I think it was also, I was inspired to break down Mr. Big's charm and charisma to show he's only grosser and grosser, and his true colors will start to show as he gets stronger. So what a
Okay.
better way to use his smile to our advantage.
That's awesome. I'd
Yeah.
also I'd also love to ask about like the set design for the bingo hall or bingo
Mhm.
hell even.
The set design was a lot of fun. Owl, our production designer, not only has a great name, Owl, but it was really fun to create with him, almost like we wanted it to feel like you're entering not just the Willy Wonka world, but what if Martin Scorsese wanted to make a bingo hall? What would happen in the casino vibes, right? Like we were telling ourselves, how can we make this feel not modern, but it still has almost like a vintage wash about it that really excited us. I think that the whole vision of the movie feels a little bit vintagey because our heroes are older seniors. So we still wanted it to be part of that world, part of that universe that they grew up with. So, creating that bingo hall was a lot of fun and a lot of collaboration, not just with Owl, the production designer and his team, but also our cinematographer, Byron, because we wanted colors. And the thing we talked about was how can we make colors be the evil in this film? And truly we went that direction. So it just made it so much fun. The last thing I'll tell you, my friend, was seeing all the actors come into the bingo hall for the first time. That really is their reaction in the movie. That
Oh, really?
really is how the actors were like, whoa. Like they didn't expect it, and we shot it backwards, so when we came back to the location, it just looks like this regular minuscule bingo hall. They were all like they were all still in shock from shooting such a wild, crazy lights casino bingo hall to then shooting it super intimate and gritty. It was
Okay.
really cool.
That's awesome. What was it like getting them for the film?
That it was a challenge. It was a challenge, but it ended up being the coolest thing in the world because we thought, well, I wonder if seniors are willing to film during the pandemic. Oh, hell yeah, they were. They were probably the most excited people to get to work. But not only that, this cast, they're so seasoned, like El Scott or, Adriana, all of them have been making movies for so long. They've been acting for a long, long time. Yet all of them said to me in different occasions, they had never played such a badass character in a horror movie.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, and their excitement is real. That ending, that's not them acting. They were screaming those swear words from their heart. "Ah!" Like that's really them having fun. And every time Adriana had the shotgun in her hands, that is real excitement. I'm glad that thing was fake because she was really into it, a little too into it. So
Okay.
it worked out. It really did.
That's great. Makes me scared of her now.
Yes. Yes. No, she's a ray of sunshine. She's so cute. But yes, when we would give that to her, she'd be like, Orale, I feel so strong. I'm like, yes, yes. Point it that direction.
That's amazing. I'd also love to ask just that scene where the big winner kind of scene where they imagine what's happening and then what's really happening. Was that fun to play with just visually?
Tons of fun. Having the reality versus the dream sequences, our goal was to really show what people always dream of, how people always see themselves as, and that money fixes everything. That's not really the answer. So we wanted that balance of fantasy versus reality. And while shooting it, it was really cool. So we would always shoot the fantasy first.
Okay.
Super happy, super pretty. All right, let's throw all the blood and slime. Let's go and do it again. And so it was really cool to repeat the scenes, but now looking nasty. So for the actors, I mean, I was most jealous of them because they looked like they were having a blast.
Okay. The blood and slime must have been a lot of fun too.
Yes, that was the quote on set. More blood, more slime. Like that was all you would hear from me every day. So that was a blast. And we need more slime in movies, don't you think? There's
Yeah,
just not enough slime. So yeah.
that's great. Hey, thanks for checking out that interview with Gigi about her film Bingo Hell. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more Welcome to Blumhouse coverage, as the first two films, Bingo Hell and Blackest Night, are now streaming on Amazon Prime Video.